okay. So I don't really know where to start on this one. But I'm at my mom's house. She's dying downstairs as we speak. And I'm in New Hampshire. And I don't want to dwell in the past because I know that one of the things I've learned about Dr. Joe is we don't need to lay on a couch week after week and talk about our past. It's only going to keep us trapped. It's hard to admit that, actually. It's hard to realize that. Playing the victim is not going to make you any better. And I don't want to play the victim. I do want to recognize that this is happening. I don't even know who that is. That Mother Mary? I don't even know. But this is my mom's house. Oh my God. But I want to just say quickly that my past life, the past me, was severely abused emotionally, physically, verbally. And to come back to this place has been, it was a challenge. It was a super duper challenge for me. It was a Super Bowl. My brother and I were calling it the Super Bowl. And actually the reason I came back to New Hampshire was to clear out my dead dad's shop, his wood shop. And I was so pissed off today because of the amount of stuff that he left us to clean up. You have no idea. You couldn't even get into the room to manage it. Hey, come here, best friend. Come here, best friend. Come here. This little thing right here has kept me sane, and I love you so much. She's amazing. She is such a trooper, and I don't know what I would do without her because it's been really tough to just get here. I drove across country with my brother, who's also severely traumatized, and it's just taken all of my strength and all of my will. But I tell you what, I worked through it. I had an amazing meditation last night. It crushed me. It crushed me in a way that was amazing. And the first 2 days of driving across the country with my brother were tough, and I woke up on the third morning and I said, you know what, just be available, be different, be loving, be supportive for him, because he doesn't have the tools that you have. He doesn't have the strength that you have. And it changed the dynamic in a way that I've never really experienced before. And I don't know what's going on out there in the world with people proselytizing, but I had a awakening on that third day of driving with my brother, and it wasn't perfect, but it was there. And today was a difficult day. I was meeting with the stepmom, and it's not a myth, and it's not a Walt Disney story. It's a real thing, and I didn't know necessarily if I was going to be welcome at the house. And we just kept talking about, my brother and I just kept talking about how I needed to show up for everyone and not get triggered and not start a fight and not be a asshole, which is what I typically would do, just because I was like a wounded animal in the face of the steps, the stepbrothers and the stepsisters and the stepmom. And I just reminded myself to breathe and to stay grounded, and the 20%, just be 20% in myself. And I told myself that I would breathe for 10 seconds if I was at all feeling like I wanted to. I'll tell you about my past some other time, but if I wanted to react. And I tried to do this video actually before I showed up at the house. I pulled over in what I thought was the most supportive place that I could recall growing up in this town, and it was the cemetery actually. And I was like, I cannot do this video in a cemetery right now. I just couldn't do it, and so I didn't. And right now I just feel like I feel a little better. I feel a little more empowered than I did in that moment when I was sitting in the cemetery. I felt weak. I felt like I was leaving myself to chance. The unknown, unsupportive way. And now I realize I was just scared. And I guess I was leaving myself to the unknown. In a supportive way, I guess, because it was a great day, unbelievable day, super challenging day. My stepmom kept wanting to communicate. One of the last times we communicated, we got in a screaming match about Easter just before my dad died. And today it was very cordial, and I felt like it was very loving. And I don't know if that was both of us, but I know that for me, I don't want to fight anymore. I'm so sick of fighting. I don't even know what it's like to not fight. But I know that fighting takes so much out of me. So I don't want to fight anymore. And if I could just figure out how to do that, then I think I'll be way better off. And I think that this trip is going to teach me, I hope so much, and I know that hope is for beggars, but I just hope so much, and I want to believe that this trip's going to teach me how to just love and not fight. And I can't even imagine what that's going to be like, to stop all of the fighting that just even goes on in my head with all the people that aren't perfect in my life. There's no reason to fight them, and there's all the reason to love them. say. So that's it. Thanks.